Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to my channel guys. I hope that all of you are doing good. In today's video I'm going to take a look at a fragrance from the house of Lattafa that is quite a bit unknown, I would say. There's not a Fragrantica page for this one, there are hardly any reviews of this on YouTube. So I was interested to take a look at this fragrance and see what it is. The fragrance is called Al Awsaaf. As I said, it comes from the house of Lattafa and I think it deserves a little bit more attention, and in this video I'm going to tell you why. The packaging of the Lattafa Al Awsaaf is very simple, something that's rarely the case when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances. It comes in this white box with golden accents on it. On the front you got the name of the company and the fragrance. On the side there is the concentration EDP, the bottle size 100 milliliters. On the top you get the Lattafa logo. On the back the usual sticker of authenticity along with some additional information. And on the bottom there's a production date stamped on, which is April of 2022. And then this is how the bottle looks. Again, a very simple shape, nothing spectacular. It's very heavy though, the glass is very thick, the whole bottle is very heavy. The cap is plastic and it's not a very snug fit, so I wouldn't recommend you to pick this one through the cap. All in all, very simple packaging, like as I said, it's quite unusual for Middle Eastern fragrances. If you enjoy my content guys, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. Okay, let's talk about the scent of Al Awsaaf now. I'll show you the spray in action. The spray is pretty decent. Now, the note breakdown of this fragrance has the following notes, the note breakdown that I was able to source online. The top notes are pink pepper, violet and elemi. The middle notes are tonka bean, myrrh, cedar oud, and the base notes are patchouli, oud and musk. Now, in the opening, I can't say that I pick up too much spices. Maybe there's a touch of spiciness, maybe a saffron note somewhere in the background, but it's very light and not offending and not spicy at all. To my nose, the opening is quite sweet, and I immediately get sort of a chocolatey vibe out of this fragrance in the opening, and that chocolatey vibe stays with you from the opening to the late dry down of this one. Now, my guess would be that this is because of the patchouli note, or maybe they've used a real chocolate note in this one as well. Once this starts to dry down, it becomes even sweeter. I pick up a touch of that musk, maybe a touch of cinnamon somewhere in the background. But all in all, for me, this is all about the sweetness, that patchouli sweetness, and a touch of sort of powdery sweetness from the tonka bean. It feels sweet, it feels kind of balsamic, maybe because of the myrrh as well in this one, but all in all, it's a very sweet and enjoyable fragrance. I get sort of a very relaxing vibe out of this one when I'm using it. So the opening is sweet, slightly spicy, and the dry down is a little bit more spicy. You get some cinnamon, you get a lot of tonka bean and patchouli sweetness, sort of chocolatey vibe out of this one, with a touch of musk somewhere in the background. Just wanted to add something. I definitely also pick up the cedar oud note out of this fragrance, but I don't pick up much of oud, if any at all. So this definitely has a sort of an Middle Eastern vibe to it, sort of an Oriental vibe, but it's not a challenging fragrance to wear. And now onto the similarities. So what is this close to scent-wise, or is this a clone of any fragrance? Now, to my nose, I don't think this is a straight-up clone of any fragrance, but definitely on the dry down you get quite a bit of similarities between this and Kilian's Black Phantom, because of that sweetness that you get, chocolatey sweetness that you get out of Al Awsaaf. Also on the dry down, this is somewhat similar to a fragrance from Art Al Zafran that's called Wafa. I've done a review of that fragrance as well. They're very different in the opening, but on the dry down they become quite similar. So all in all, I think this is a unique Lattafa creation that is not a straight up clone of any fragrance out there. When it comes to the performance, Al Awsaaf is a very decent performing fragrance. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but I've constantly have been getting about 8 hours of a performance out of this fragrance on my skin, which I think is great because this is a very cheap fragrance. When it comes to the projection though, this is more of a sort of an intimate type of scent. It doesn't project very hard, it's, you know, moderate projection for about maybe hour to up to hour and a half, but this also leaves a nice scent trail behind the person who wears this one. When it comes to the price tag, this is a very cheap fragrance. I paid roughly about the equivalent of about $25 in order to acquire this fragrance, which, considering the nice scent profile, the good performance that you get, is a pretty decent deal. When it comes to versatility or when to wear this fragrance, because of that sweet scent profile, I think this is a fragrance that's more orientated towards cold weather usage, and also I feel this is a little bit more orientated towards nighttime usage compared to daytime usage. It's not super sweet, so you can probably get away with wearing this one in warmer months as well, as long as you don't overspray. Also, because of the soft and sweet and sort of relaxing scent profile that this fragrance has, I think this is a unisex scent. Now, most places that I've seen market this fragrance as a men's fragrance, but to my nose this is perfectly unisex, so it's quite versatile because of that. And on to my final thoughts about Lattafa Al Awsaaf, and should you check this one out. I've been very sort of pleasantly surprised by this fragrance. It's sweet, light, very relaxing, you know, nice and not challenging DNA. It has a touch of an Middle Eastern or Oriental vibe to it, but it's very pleasant, perfectly unisex fragrance. So if you like, for example, how Black Phantom from Kilian smells, you like that scent profile, you want something, you know, vaguely similar for next to no money, you definitely should check out Al Awsaaf from Lattafa. Also, if you like fragrances that have quite a strong chocolatey vibe, chocolatey note with them, as I said, if you want something sweet, relaxing for you know, cold weather usage, something like a full-time usage, again, you can definitely check out Lattafa Al Awsaaf. This fragrance from me gets a big like. So guys, in today's video I showed you a nice little gem of a fragrance from the house of Lattafa that's quite unknown and I think deserves more attention. That's called Al Awsaaf. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in my next video. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.